today started out as a relative disaster. 2 camcorders shipped in, one with water damage, which we already looked at, and this one, which the owner attempted to repair it themselves, and basically foobarred the entire mechanism. So I'm going to attempt to do a total body transplant and get one working from another. So I got a camera sent in pieces. This is a Video 8 XR TRV CCD TRV 57, and it's got no side cover on it, and it's been sent in pieces. And there are the pieces. I'm sure there's some screws missing too. Are the screws in a... Oh, that's a cassette. Okay, well, I received this one in pieces. And there are screws in here. It's got a bag with some parts. Okay, let's just see if we can get this one to work. We're live streaming, or we have live streamed the actual repair has already been live streamed. This is the recording you guys are watching now. My live streaming camera has got a problem with the sound, so I just let it go, and we'll deal with that at another time. We'll deal with the sound off of it, but for now I'll let it record, and I'll live stream the actual video, and I can do commentary over it. And it doesn't matter if there's sound. The last one I tried, I let it live stream while I was actually making the recording, and didn't realize I didn't have sound because I wasn't there. So this time I'm kind of cheating. It's live in the sense that you're seeing on the live stream, you're seeing exactly what I was doing, but it's not actual live because, well, it's recorded and then played live. Don't know what the scoop on this camera is. Apparently it has the guy that owns it said it had an alignment type problem. We'll find out in a minute. I'm going to plug it in and just see what it does. Use my power supply. Another one with a battery. Jeez. I hate that because as I mentioned in the last one, batteries are a problem. If you go to ship them with a battery, it becomes problematic because it's illegal to ship by mail. This one is, looks like this one's completely dead. And I got no power whatsoever. And then again, because this one was it was sent in pieces, there may be things unplugged inside. So let's just pull the back off of it and see what I'm dealing with. This one could be fun. This one I might be washing my hands real quick on this one. Might be using parts from this one to fix the other one, because the other one's a better camera than this one. This is the oh look, yeah, okay, so this one's got a torn ribbon. Well, that would explain why it's not working, because the power switch is on the front here. So yeah, this camera is this is foobar. This one is foobar from the word go, but possibly because it's the same chassis as the other one. I think it's the same chassis. No, is it? I don't think it's quite the same as the other one. What are all these brackets taken apart for? Oh man. What else is broken on here? I might be saying no on this one pretty quick. And I mean, the only thing I'm now looking to see whether there's anything that's salvageable on this one, because this connector's unplugged there. At least it didn't rip that one apart. What I'm curious as to whether the chassis is the same as the other one, and then perhaps I can make one camera work out of two, because the other one is this connector was damaged. I don't think the chassis are quite the same, though. I think it's different. This is newer. This is the B2 chassis, I think. And this is going to be different. I'll have to pull the other camera apart just to see whether I'll go grab the other camera again, because let's say this one's a lost cause with that ribbon cable that snapped there. And I didn't snap it, you guys saw it come apart. With that ribbon cable that's ripped, there's just no way. You're not getting one of these ribbon cables now, right? They're unobtainable. But if this one is the same, which is part of the slide chassis, then there's a small chance that I might be able to do something. So I'm just going to grab the other one. I'm pretty sure that the chassis are different, but we'll see. It might be the same. We might be in luck. We might be in luck to swap the chassis from one to the other. Big job though, huge job. So what I'm doing is I'm just comparing the two chassis to see whether it's feasible that I can swap the chassis from one to the other. They look like they might be the same. They might be the same chassis. The piece I want to swap is this whole slide assembly. It's a huge job. This has to come off the top here. This ribbon cable has to be taken out because the switch block is different between the two. But I think that just pops off. This is another one that always breaks on these ones because it's always going up and down. E-clip. My favorite clip of all is the damn E-clip. Okay, this is the piece that I'm after, the chassis. That's what we're swapping to this other camera. Because the other one, the connector is damaged. So now we'll remove the chassis from this one. Same way. It's just held in place by a couple screws. Take the gear off. That flew into my mouth, that piece. Almost lost that clip too. For a transplant. So here's the other chassis. This is the one that we're going to put onto this unit. I think they're the same. They look to be the same. Yep. They look to be the same. Which is good, because you may be able to make one good camera out of two bad ones, which is always what we try to do. Try to keep these things running as long as possible. Gotta get the alignment with the little pin in the back here. There's a guide that fits down over here through a slot in the side. Like that. And then that goes in place like that, and I just have to pull the guides into position. And put the screws back in. As long as we're lined up, everything should work. And we turn this down and push it in position. It should lock into place like that. Okay, that part works. I hope this is the same. It should be the same pinout. I'm pretty sure the chassis are identical. They look the same. Pretty sure these are the same chassis. Pop the clip in. The other one had a cover that goes on here, which I have to move the cover from one to the other. It just clips on. Just like that. That part works. Let's see if it will play a tape. That's what it counts. Is it going to play a tape? Okay, we got sort of a picture. Got to work on that. What is wrong? Alignment, obviously. That's what's wrong. We have to set the alignment now. Pretty good. We're very close to being perfect. Take a look. As soon as I get my hand anywhere near there, I'm going to get the plasma interference, but I get my hand away, the plasma interference will go away. Looking pretty good. Like that's a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So this is the one, of course, that had the water damage, as you saw before. And this is the other camera that the same fella sent in that he'd trashed, trying to take it apart himself. So what I ended up doing is I ended up pulling the chassis, which is the slide chassis assembly. I pulled this chassis with the front loader and everything, or the not front loader, but the cassette holder. Pulled the chassis off of the scrap one, and this is the one that came off the other one that's got the damaged ribbon cable that's got the water damage here that you can clearly see on the end there has been tarnished by water. So what's wrong with this is this side cable, but the thing is Sony never made this available. It's actually, there was a time when you could get this, but they stopped making them, but you could buy this flex and you unsoldered it here and took the old one away and stuck the new one over top and then soldered down the connections. but this piece hasn't been available for eons. Eons. He used to sell it as this entire block. But anyway, chassis is okay, just this piece is shot. Anyway, this camera is playing, and it's looking good. The reason I had to do an alignment on this one is because, well, the guide pins were the ones that came from the other chassis, and they were out of alignment. These ones are good, but the one that on this one, these guides were from this other camera. The alignment was out on that. And that's what the guy was trying to take it apart to fix. So I've set up the alignment on here, and as you can see, the picture is good. So now all I need to do is put this one back together. And I'll have a high 8 camera that works. And I would say a high 8 camera that works will put a bigger smile on his face than a regular 8 camera if I could have got that one fixed. It's just an overall better camera to have because obviously you can play back tapes both high 8 and regular 8. So making one camera out of two is always a good thing. So now let's put this one back together. And throw all the screws back in it, and then give it a final test. I should probably test the camera and make sure that the camera outputs video before I throw it all back together, shouldn't I? Just to make sure nothing came undone. Yeah, I've got video. It's in night shot mode. There it is. Normal mode. We'll do a test recording. Let me throw the screws in and then we'll do a test recording. Alright, got the camera back together. We'll plug in the AV cable. I'm going to do a quick test recording. Get my recording tape out. And hit record. Okay, it says I'm recording. You can see it on the little viewfinder there. We're doing a test recording of this rebuilt, test the zoom, rebuilt camera. So that should be enough of a recording. We'll just play this tape back, make sure that it plays. Okay, that should be it there. Doing a test recording of this rebuilt, test the zoom, rebuilt camera. There's where I'm stopping the recording. Move the camera. So that should be enough of a recording. There we go. That's the other tape that's playing back fine. This one's done. That was a lot of work. Well, we got 1 out of 2. 1 working camera from 2 broken cameras. So whenever we can do that, that's a win in my books. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.